how to read main GS books. Let me write few things here. Your first thing will be drill. I will explain each one of them. Sir, देखिए, whenever you are reading this main GS books na, I have devised a strategy there of drill. What do I majorly mean with drill? Let me write the formula here. Formula is 20:1. Sir, whenever you will be reading 20 pages of your notes na, of your main GS books, what you will be doing is, within those 30 pages, for example, if you have read between, let's say, page number 172 till page number 192, you will open the book randomly between those 20 pages. You will find major headings here, right? इस टाइप से आपको headings मिलेगी. Key provisions, then issues with the act, then need, then way forward. You will pick any one of them. For example, in this I will try to pick out issues with the act, Tribunals Reform Act 2021. I will close this book. I will take a rough sheet. I will try to scribble down the points. Not complete answer I am asking. The same points which are there in the book, I will try to scribble them down. मैं just recall करने की कोशिश करूंगा. करना कैसे है वो मैं इधर बताऊंगा. So that will be the drill exercise you will be doing whenever you are reading your main GS books. It do not even matter that it is the first time reading, second time reading, third time reading or fourth time reading. Whenever you are doing it, you will just randomly open it out within those 20 pages on any one major topic. You will try to scribble the points. I will tell you how you will be scribbling the points in the structure wala section. So that you will do. Now majority of you will have the doubt that, sir, do we need to make the notes of main GS books? So sir and ma'am, let me tell you, those are only, see, अगर आप ये ढंग से देखेंगे ना, these are GS2 notes. We never say that these are books. These are notes. So idea line is very clear that if we have already provided you the notes, why you will make notes out of it? Now, how you will be going about it? You will be referring this book with the keywords. Entire book is given in the format of keyword, if you will see it. So whenever you are revising the things na, you will revise the keywords, or else you will use your highlighter. Now kahan use karna hai wo bhi sun lo. Highlighter won't be used on keywords. Highlighter will be used on data and facts, and that too very selectively. It should not be your practice that you are highlighting everything. So to avoid that particular practice of highlighting each and every data point, what you will do is, you will highlight just the important ones and those which can be used in the final exam by you. I think everything written in this book is important, but there is a personal capacity and personal discretion, that maybe if there are 2 data points, you can just use only one of them, or you just want to use one of them, or you just can remember one of them. The other one is very complex. So if the data is complex, you will simplify it. For example, let's say if the data is written as that there are 6 crore 56 lakhs or some thousand slums, people living in slums in India. Let me reiterate. If the data is something like that, there are 6 crore 56 lakh or some thousand people living in slum in area. I'm just giving you an example. You won't read it like that. You won't memorize it like that. Ki there are 6 crore 50 some lakh people living in the slum. No, you will simplify that data. You will line it off na, ki there are approximately 5% of the total population. There is approximately 5% of total India's population living in the slum area. That is how you will simplify the things and will remember the things. So we have talked on this part also. That you need not to make notes out of it. You will just refer the keywords of the books to revise the things, or else use the highlighter on data and facts. So here I told you, you can use the highlighter not in the first reading but in the second reading, and you will simplify the data wherever you can. Okay, so we have talked on 3 fronts. Now I think you all should be reading the newspaper on daily basis. Now from the mains perspective, sometimes you may get some examples. What you can get? Some examples or some data or some context. For example, let me give you an example that there was recent train accident in Odisha, right? So that is nothing but a context of railway infrastructure in India. What you will do now? You will open your mains GS3 ka book. You will open the particular topic of railway infrastructure in India. You will add that context there. Ki recently on the very top page, recently there was a train accident in India in Odisha. So that whenever you are revising that particular chapter, you are in context with the current happenings. Let me give you another example. For example, in this book, you may see the BRICS ka topic in paper GS2 international relations. There, sir, for example, if there has recently been, any summit, let me take more recent example of G20. We hosted it, right? Or we are hosting it. So you will open the chapter of G20 in international relations. All the context, the entire context of that particular summit, you will add it on the very top page. Recently India hosted this particular thing. So that is how you will complement the newspaper with your main GS books. No need to make separate notes at all. Otherwise क्या होगा, आपके पास इतने सारे notes हो जाएंगे and you won't be using any one of them in the final exam. So make them as your final notes. Beat revision. और इतना तो करना पड़ेगा, एग्जाम निकालना है तो इतने तो पढ़ना पड़ेगा सर. कुछ लोग बोलते हैं बहुत मोटी किताब है GS2 की. सर लक्ष्मीकांत देखिए, वो तो सिर्फ पॉलिटी की होती है. इसमें तो पॉलिटी है, गवर्नेंस है, सोशल जस्टिस है, इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस है, करंट है, स्टैटिक है. साइकोलॉजिकली बर्डन कम करो. कुछ लोग बोलते हैं सर बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा. अरे एवरीथिंग इज अवेलेबल देयर इन द कीवर्ड फॉर्मेट. इट इज सो इजी टू रीड द एंटायर बुक. पढ़ के तो देखो. इट इज सो डैम इजी टू रीड दिस बुक बिकॉज एवरीथिंग इज देयर इन द स्ट्रक्चर्ड फॉर्मेट एंड द कीवर्ड फॉर्मेट. अगर आपको नॉर्मल बुक पढ़ने में 10 दिन लग रहे हैं ना, तो दिस बुक will take just half of the total time in same number of pages in order to cover same number of pages. That is the beauty of these books. Are you getting my point? So that is how you need to use the newspaper. Now let me come to the very important element of structure, that whenever you are trying to generate the points in your drill section, what you will be doing is, sir and ma'am, you will be trying to recall the points through a proper structure. For example, let's say if I'm talking about way forward is nothing but that you are recommending the examiner that these things can be done in order to improve the situation. Now there are different types of structure. We will surely talk them in the later phase of our mentoring sessions. I think in month of October I will be taking all those sessions, right? What are the various types of options available whenever you are writing the way forward? We will talk on them, but right now let us keep the things very simple. Sir and ma'am, there is a type of way forward कि whenever you are recommending something that you can improve these all things, then you can recommend that thing in short term measures, medium term measures and long term measures. So that is how you are recalling the points through the structure. Let me talk about another example. Let's say if I'm talking about issues in election system. Let's say issues in election system. ठीक है. So there is, you should recall the points. What are the issues or what are the challenges we are facing today in the electoral system is, you will be thinking about the points, not 1, 2, 3, 4, but about the structure. That what are the stakeholders? There will be some issues on the front of voters. There will be some issues on the front of political parties. There will be some issues on the front of government. There will be some issues on the front of Election Commission of India, Model Code of Conduct, right? There will be some issues on the front of government also, or maybe Indian judiciary also. So that is how you will try to drive 2 or 3 points out of them. Okay? So you will be thinking upon the structure. Whenever you are reading this book, apart from content, you should be focusing upon the structure also. And one warning here, that you will find the structure only for 60% of the total content. It is not humanly or practically possible to give you the structure of entire or the 100% content. So don't worry. But for 60% of the things you can always generate the content in structured format. लिखना structure में है नहीं, is the different part. We will talk it down the lane. But recall structure से करोगे तो it will be much easier for you. ठीक है? Now the last element is thank you. See you in the next session. Please try to be punctual. I don't want any one of you to miss any test, even if you haven't read anything. Let me reiterate, I don't want any one of you to miss any test, even if you haven't read anything. Tests are not meant to score the highest marks or maybe the कट ऑफ मार्क्स. ऐसा मत समझे कि इसमें मैंने कट ऑफ क्लियर नहीं किया या इसमें मैं इतना नहीं लाया जितना यूपीएससी कट ऑफ में चाहिए तो मेरे दिक्कत होगी. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होने वाला. अगर आप टेस्ट नहीं देंगे यू विल बी रिपीटिंग द सेम मिस्टेक्स विच अदर्स आर डूइंग. बाकी मैं बताता तो हर बैच में हूँ, बट हार्डली 50% of the students follow the advice, and उसमें से भी almost only 20% are able to clear the examination, just for the simple fact that you don't take the advices seriously. Please do take it seriously and see you in the next session. Thank you.